been a joy to watch Rinu rapidly go from a player of obscurity to one of the best AIM players in the UK, having been a 4-digit near the end of 2019 and going to rank 350 in 3 months, continuing to improve and gain PP, peaking near the top 100 in 2020. All you have to do to see his incredible raw AIM potential is to take a look at his top ranks. However, he has also set many other notable scores, such as the first FC on Ice Scouts, Great Spirit, a 1 miss on Warriors, an FC on Dragon Ball Rap, a near FC on Yusomi's Error with Hidden Hard Rock, and a 1 slider break on Alternator compilation on the very last song, and the list goes on. Rinu has also tried his hand out at tournament play, and through matches and tryouts has definitely shown that he has a lot of potential in that regard. It will be exciting to see what he can do with that this year. Regardless, his incredible consistency and drive means that you are sure to continue to see his name frequently throughout 2021.
Malteser is a speed-focused player who took the tournament scene by storm in 2020. While amassing a total of 5 badges, his utterly dominant performances on mechanically intensive maps struck fear into the hearts of all who opposed him, in both rank-restricted and open rank-ranged tournaments. He held his own against the best of the best in the top division of Kanyo Cup, where he placed second as the dedicated speed player of his team. With a huge potential for improvement and a high skill cap to boot, Malteser has the ability to become a staple player on the UK's OWC roster. That is, as long as he doesn't flag change to Poland.
Seemingly inactive past March this year, I think Osu has taken somewhat of a backseat to life for Moe. However, that doesn't stop him from continuing to be an incredible presence in the game. Setting rank 1 after rank 1 on maps that have yet to be FC'd with DT, he continues to embrace his role as the groundbreaking player that he is, and pulls it off in stylish fashion. When he sets his sights on a map, you know an FC isn't far away, regardless of what the map might be. Speed, aim, stamina, this man has it all in droves. I'm incredibly happy to see Moe continue his reign as one of the DT kings.
Voss is an incredibly motivated and well-rounded OC player. He has drive to excel in his weakest skills like few others, and this could not be exemplified more by his 2k combo on Freedom Dive with Hard Rock, where 2 years ago he struggled with long streams above 200 BPM and reading AR10, he now rivals the greatest. This determination, combined with an excess of attempts on the scores he goes for, allows him to surpass many others around his ranking versatility, despite having a wealth of farm aim scores in his top plays, many of which he's already set in 2021. That's allowed him to kick off the year exceptionally, and I, along with the rest of the Osu community, wish him more success in the future. Can't wait to see what you've got in store for us, Voss.
Blue put up a good performance in 2020, once again landing him in a commendable spot on this list. Blue's strengths have always been his ability to tackle multiple skill sets at a strong level, which can be seen clear as day in his mod versatility, churning out scores with most, if not all, of the conventional mod combinations. Among many other impressive scores, he notably achieved the second no-mod full combo on Jenny's map of Christ Thunder, and a hard rock full combo on the Big Black mapped by Blue Dragon, showing that he is not afraid to take on a big challenge. Blue seems to be off to a good start with 2021, setting many impressive scores, and I'm sure he's got a lot more up his sleeve for coming months.
For Karthi, 2020 was a year of reduced activity. With fierce competition no longer his priority, many people's expectations were that we wouldn't see anything noteworthy coming from Karthi. These people would be proven wrong. Karthi demonstrated this year that not only has he retained the incredible pairing of skills, which is ridiculous stream aim and hidden flow reading, but he's managed to improve that pair. Looking at the scores that he's set this year, like his 2 miss score on Riven's Yomiuri with hidden, a Blue Zenith hidden hard rock full combo, and a hidden hard rock full combo on Seasons, one can't help but wonder if this bloke can ever rust. This skill retention doesn't stop there, as his double time jump aim clearly has not decayed either. Just take a brief glance at Karthi's Akatsuki Zukio hidden double time full combo and his Team Magma hidden double time 0-100's 1 miss score. Given that he's proven to be this good without even putting as much work into the game as previously, it is clear that we are going to continue to see many more outstanding scores from him in the future, regardless of his activity. I can't wait to see what he'll show us this year.
In terms of single player, Kingling is one of the most dominant active players, plain and simple. With Hidden Hard Rock, his ability to outact entire leaderboards within one try is unparalleled. And in 2020 specifically, he expanded his elite skill set to include Gimmicky DT on maps such as All I Need Are Things I Like and Rivers in the Desert. However, what truly sets Kingling apart from the rest of the UK and the rest of the world is his patience and determination. He is number one on some of the longest maps in the game, and has FC'd the 35-minute map Living Things 5 times. On top of all this, Kingling also obtained several tourney badges this year, and showcased his talents while representing the UK in OWC for the first time. When someone like Kingling uses his accuracy and consistency to lay waste to as many leaderboards as he can, it is truly a sight to behold.
Yeah, right, it's Airyu. And about Majora, well, he's easily one of the fastest players around since Moe Yandere. I mean, the fact that he keeps such a high rank and plays such hard songs while keeping high speed like he does, it's just incredible. I mean, right now while I'm recording this, he has 13,000 PP. 13,000 PP. And yes, some people have high PP like that, but that's just because they stick to the easier songs. But Majora doesn't. Majora plays all the crazy insane maps, and still keeps it that high. That's just impossible.
Spare has now become one of the oldest active UK players, with a history with this game dating back to 2012, and over the years he's managed to set a myriad of unique and unmatched DT scores. In 2020 though, he's really shown his true colours as one of the best all-rounders in the country. He's proved himself time and time again in every category, from amazing stamina on any BPM he can muster, to some top-level Hard Rock Space stream scores which rival players who have specialised in the skill set for years. I'll be keeping an eye out for wherever the hell this guy will go next, because Spare seems to set the most ridiculous scores out of nowhere, a trend I'm sure he'll be continuing into the future.
テルティオの物語第3の大敗の幕は開ける。
The UK might be full of incredible players, but Bubbleman taking first in the vote will surprise nobody. He's the final boss of the UK, the alpha of OSU tournaments, the master of aim, and an exemplar on how dedication and determination can pay off. He got to his level through the will to be better, and he really succeeded. He continued to show his prowess on the super hard ranked maps of the year, especially in the last 6 months or so. So over the last few months, he's often seen on the scoreboards of the recently ranked maps that have very high star rating, consistently. One thing he really stepped up in 2020 was his speed and stamina ability. You could say previously it was one of his weaker skill sets, but now he looks like one of the most likely players to get the first FC on Apparition. He posted a nice 3-miss score at the time of this recording. He also has the only full combo on the top diff of Speed of Link, and I think that pretty much sums it up. In terms of tournament play, 2020 might have been a little bit quieter than previous years. He didn't enter quite as many, but the ones that he did, he still bossed every one of them. He often joined up with the venerable Floating Up team for many of the 4v4, 3v3 competitions. He won Gotta Aim Fast Season 7 with them, and took 2nd place in the Corsace Open of 2020. He played plenty of solos as well, winning Nick's Summer Cup, taking 2nd in Dio's Autumn Singles. Of course, he won UKCC 9 with a perfect 9-0 record. His record in UK tournaments is getting crazy. He's only dropped 1 match in the last 3 of them, in 1v1. In recent times, Bubbleman has been a figurehead in improving the current crop of UK players, both through events surrounding OS World Cup, surrounding the UK tournaments of the year, and as serving as a role model for how proper practice and training can take you far. Bubbleman really is the man.